Hi, this is KY Chia. Today is a story of two relics, metal relic structures that I stumbled upon when I was working in the 1990s. I retired in 1999. It happened one day, when I went to work in my car. The traffic was quite heavy, so there was a side road, to the office. So I took it trying to avoid the traffic and to get to my office on time. And I stumbled, you know, upon these two structures in a school compound. I quickly got off my car. It looked strange, metal like, They were all very near to each other. So I took pictures. And after that, I've been asking, in the library. I have sent friends in the National Library. So I asked them what these two things were. They were puzzled. They were very puzzled. So the next day, I went again. I asked the janitor. He was in. So I said, what were these two things? He said, I've been working here so many years. I don't even know. He said, the school was built around it very long ago, he said, the Indian uncle. So, okay, after that, I put in my blog. And also on my Facebook, I've been asking questions. There are many theories, When I wrote on my blog, I entitled it that's Chariots of the Gods, after Eric von Däniken, talking about men from outer space, coming to this to Earth, and doing a lot of wonders. So of course, that's a story. So that was my title, Chariots of the Gods, because it looked very funny, very metal like. So by and by, the years went by, there was no positive response. So until lately, when I, put this uh, forward this to my chat group, and Dennis, one of our friends, suggested, he said this could jolly well be an amodam, because the area that I referred to, Jantun Razak, was a big, a huge, workshop, the Japanese workshop, workshop amodam, and then they had a lot of there were a lot of horrendous stories of people being tortured. It was a big area. So really, when during my time when I was in the 1990s, before any building, came up, there was only the National Library was, yeah, they were building at the time it was completing. So there were a lot of bush and trees around. I saw a lot of raised platform as though, it was like something like a workshop, raised concrete platform for cars and vehicles. So there's real truth. And then recently, even ammunition were discovered by these tractors when they were doing some, construction was going on. A few boxes of ammunition were dug up. So I thought, theories were, we were thought it was Japanese. I was thinking probably it was some sewage tank or so, looks so much like that. So anyway, only recently, as recent as maybe recently, I put on my Facebook, and one gentleman, yeah, I put it. Even forwarded this to this our heritage group, heritage and history group. So one gentleman, Mr. Ng Pao Jun, came up and say, no, he said this is, yeah, he said this was built in, okay, I put a date, 1905. Wow, that's a long time ago. 1905. And he said it was built by William Fletcher, the then IMR, Institute of Medical Research Director, who was doing a research on beriberi sickness caused by alcohol, consumption of alcohol. Indians, mostly Indians. It was, well, there's a twist to it because it was a lunatic asylum, an asylum for mad people, mental lunatic. So this was the area, and then of course these two, actually this the situation of this is just opposite our general hospital. Okay, so this area was the lunatic asylum. So they were sick with beriberi, and so Fletcher did a research. All right, he had these two structures built to, because they were fed with rice. There were two types of rice, cultured and uncultured rice. Okay, uncultured rice. Uncultured rice is the rice that we eat normally. Even now today, is it's stored unboiled and then husk. That means this is taken directly from the field, not boiled, and then husked before it's. That's why they say this. It is polished rice, Siamese rice. Okay, but the other one type is cured rice. That is, it was and still is the staple diet of the Indians and Ceylonese, and they were boiled, with the and then stored with the husk itself. They were boiled and stored with the husk. That's why they were brownish. So this is the test. Okay, they did an experiment. They did an experiment, 1 year experiment, where they fed, uncured rice, 120 over patients for a year, and after that they found that, yeah, 27 of them died. They just died, 27. And then another 120 over, they also experimented on the patients who were sick with beriberi, with cured rice. That is the brownish rice, No death, nobody died. So from here we can see this is a landmark experiment actually. It's a landmark experiment that we know for now that brown rice do you a world of good. Yeah, okay. So that was that. That was that. They had this, because of that they had this structure built. It was carried on for 1 year. Okay, so you see now, so it was this was left a legacy of the British from 1905 by the Institute of Medical Research. That's why it was not destroyed. It was not destroyed. That's why, yeah, that is the reason why it was left as it was. But it was, yeah, they did not, even before the war, just imagine, before First World War, it was already there. But you look at it, it is in mint condition. It's very beautiful. It's been painted many times. So if it had been British, Japanese, they would have destroyed it. I don't know. If it had been a torturing chamber or things like that, obviously it wasn't. It was for medical research. For this is a stove where they put the rice to cook. In other words, this was a cooker. There's fire underneath, and this is the place where they stored the rice before they took it out for cooking. All right. So two types of rice they cook: cured and uncured rice, cured rice, cured rice. Okay, and uncured rice. Obviously, the uncured rice is not cooked; it's just husk and then pack. This one is cured. That means it's boiled with the husk on. So this was an experiment, a successful experiment. It was written. It's in the papers. Yeah. Yeah. It's written in papers. In the papers dated, the research papers. Okay. So this is the place. It is still there in mint condition. Very beautiful. You can't miss it. You take the slip road if you're coming from Titiwangsa straight into Jalan Tun Razak. Take the slip road in after the National Art Gallery. You reach the secondary school. Turn right. That's the school for you. And then one more thing. I didn't ask, the janitor, the name of the school. The name of the school was SRJK Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan Fletcher. The school was named after him. Just fancy that. I didn't know because I did not really investigate too much. I just passed you know, and then wrote about it, in my blog and Facebook. That's all. I did not really make any thorough investigation. I just asked people around there, and it didn't occur to me, that the name of the school itself is SRJK Fletcher, named after the IMR director who did the research on Berry, you know, about this patients. It was a mental asylum. Okay, that's a story for you. Very interesting. Yeah, probably I should write to the papers. They should publish this. It's a landmark case. It's a landmark case on Berry. So take it from me. It's from the research papers. That's the rice to eat is cured rice taken by the Indians. Brownish rice. So that's good for you. And the papers tell you so in 1905. The experiment was done from 1905, December the 5th, until December 31st, 1906, 1 year and 26 days, a landmark decision. Because those people fed on uncured rice, for 1 year. 27 of them died. 27. And those who were fed on cured rice, that's the Indian rice, brown rice, nobody died. It's landmark decision. It's a very important case. Important, landmark decision that should be, remembered. Good job, IMR. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.